I want to talk about budget cuts. No, I'm not talking politics here. I'm talking about cutting this tree. It's a big, beautiful tree. And unfortunately, this big, beautiful tree's got problems. Kind of like our country, huh? Well, we've got a situation here, and I've got a client that said, just get rid of this tree. Well, he didn't have a permit to cut the tree down, but I could see clearly that it was in pretty rough shape. The top had split out. So I got up there and I kept looking at it, and I kept seeing this environment, all these beautiful bees and animals and hummingbirds. This tree was just loaded with all this population, all these beautiful things. The flowers were just gorgeous. And it was an environment that was conducive to a lot of happy times in life. So I say, let's make this tree great again. Okay. Well, that looks terrible. Oh, what did we do? That's what it looked like before. Oh, such a beautiful tree. A big, beautiful tree with so much color. Oh, so much shade. I could, budget cuts. Oh my God, what did we do? Well, let's get on to another job. Yeah, I'm sure you can all see the sarcasm here. There's another situation where somebody made a huge mistake. I mean, huge. Somebody got in here and just topped all of these oak trees. Look at that top cut. Everything was dying up in these trees. These were some of the ugliest live oak trees I've worked on in years. Oh my gosh, there was just so much up there. I took the job thinking, what can I do? But here's the first one, is just about done. We started getting a lot of the stuff out, but it was hard, it was slow. Lots of handsaw cuts, getting in there with the chainsaw, these tight little spots. But these trees were a disaster, just a disaster. So we had to fix them, we had to do something. The client gave us carte blanche. He gave us the ability to do what these trees needed. So we got in here for 2 full days on 8 trees, 8 live oaks. They were too crowded. There was way too many trees for this tight spot. But you know what? When we were all said and done, we changed this environment. We got in there and we did what was right. But did we really fix these trees? Because of somebody's stupid mistake, the ignorance of making all these top cuts, all this hostility to these trees in the past, created a problem that can never be fixed. We can make it a little better. We can make it look better. And the illusion of these trees is that things are good, but they're not. And here's yet another mistake. A huge mistake. It's almost a brand new deck, and there's barely any room for this trunk to grow, so they put rocks in there. Now what's going to happen? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that that tree is going to grow and push that deck and cause it to expand. Oh, look at that. Now that's a tree that probably shouldn't have been planted there, and it shouldn't have been allowed to do this. It's growing right into the building. Well, in the long run, I am proud of this job. We made a really ugly environment into an attractive environment. But what is the long-term impact of these trees that were topped? Well, the problems will continue to evolve. They also had this beautiful greenhouse with this Chinese elm growing over it. I did trim out the Chinese elm. And they also had this large live oak back by the pool. Now they wanted everything off the pool. Would you look at that greenhouse? I tell you, that greenhouse is just gorgeous. It's too bad they're not using it though. I mean, this could be just the most beautiful environment. I could see it full of beautiful orchids and just hothouse plants. What a gorgeous, big, expensive. Anyway, long story short, they had this pomegranate tree that was growing right next to the greenhouse. It was really crooked, so I put a stake in there. I bent it way over. I had to stretch that trunk. I want to stretch it a little bit more than straight, so that when we do take the stake off, it'll go back as close to being straight as possible. Now I've got this great big live oak that's hanging over the pool and all over the building. So making these harsh cuts, is it better for the tree or just better for the man in charge?